Yeah, I'm a part of the AU Dems and I'm a part of AU Pride, and so I haven't gotten an opportunity to protest yet with those groups, but earlier this year I was at the Kavanaugh protests and everything. I feel like it's really positive. I think AU really encourages its students to stand up for what they believe in. Yeah, definitely. I felt that when I walked onto campus. I felt that when I was talking to students who are going here already, that there's a really hyper political climate, and even though it's overwhelming sometimes, I think in moments like this it's really powerful. Hopefully, we've made it known as a group of women that we deserve to be treated better, and we're gonna make sure that we are.
I have very strong beliefs in protesting and using your First Amendment to voice out your opinions. I definitely think that there's a lot of arguments that say that protesting doesn't really make any sense because it doesn't change legislation. But I think it changes. It shows the biggest amount of support, especially this type of march. The women's march is just not just very successful, but it just has different types of women and also men and all people on the spectrum. So I just think that it just shows unity. I'm hopeful for the future, and I think that it is much brighter than I thought it was a couple years ago. Especially being in DC, I see a lot more unity than usual. But honestly, I'm not through activism am I inspired. I'm actually inspired a lot by people in my classes, because just the way that people speak about actually changing legislation and working to fix it in a much more realistic, systematic way gives me hope that it'll be something that is substantial rather than just going to a march. It's very ingrained into the government system.
To be blunt, it kind of sucks. I went to an all-girls school and for high school, and they made us learn self-defense before we went to college, because there's that thing of we want to say this will never happen to you, but we also want you to be prepared. And I hate that has to be a thing, and that I have to stuff I have to walk to my car at night with my keys between my fingers. I wish that wasn't a thing I had to worry about, and I hope that my generation can change that. I've only seen and heard supportive things thus far, and that's been fantastic, and I feel very able to share my point of view, which is awesome.
I do. I think that sometimes it can be a little overwhelming how vocal people are. I think sometimes it can almost get in the way of being productive, because people just want to get their thoughts out. But I think that that's better than not having the discussion at all. I think it's really important that everybody's brave enough to speak out, and I think that it's great to be on a campus that encourages that. I think that there could be more women represented in government and more women on our courts, more women as judges, and I think that the more women who are represented, the better women will be treated, because our peers are the ones who are making legislation and who are making decisions in court, and that will lead to more fair treatment of women, because people understand where they're coming from and they understand the fear and the oppression that women go through.